up, y'all? I'm Kerry.
And I'm Dee Dee.
And this is the Kerry and Dee Dee Show.
What's up, people?
Well, on this post, we want to talk about Troy Davis. What we know of the Troy Davis situation that is presented right now. It seems that this was a young man who was in the prison system on death row. And there was a situation where evidence could prove that he was not guilty for killing the police officer. Yet, the statute that ran out on his time, and he was scheduled to die. I understand the procedure of the courts and whatnot, but I just want to get into how is it that people like Charles Manson has been sitting on death row forever and never got killed. Well, never given the injection or the electric chair. And people like Casey Anthony, who it was obvious that she killed her child or had something to do with it, she's walking around free. You know, it's just person after person being sacrificed. I mean, well, person after person being saved, and here this man has to be a sacrifice. And then it's a possibility that he was not guilty. How the hell could that work out like that?
And then he asked to have
a lie detector.
Why did they ever give him a lie detector test? Was he able to get one before?
I don't think so, but somehow when you want somebody to die behind something, all of a sudden a lie detector is not good enough. But if I did you something today and I take a lie detector and I failed it, oh, that was good enough. It's admissible. But if I'm just off on another phase saying, why wasn't he even given another chance, at least a stay of execution, so that we can at least go through this? You're going to kill him. You've decided already. So why not give a stay of execution? Allow whatever new evidence come through, another court case.
And then that's the point. I don't think they want to
spend all the other money.
No, you don't want to go through a whole another court. No, he did it. Let's get this over with.
But then what happens when they find out that he did not do it?
But are they going to find out that he didn't?
Because there still can be a court case. Now this is a more expensive one because he's not living. So you have to go off of all of these things to find out if he did it, when he could have just sat there and took a lie detector test.
And what was the rush to kill him? Couldn't y'all have let him sit there a little bit longer, just like there are other people who are sitting on death row for crimes we know they did? What was the difference in... I don't really know his story. I don't know his story,
but I do know from watching the prison shows weekly that this one guy said he killed his mother. He said he was on the phone with his girlfriend and said, I'm going to kill this bitch.
Yeah.
He killed her, and then he's still on death row.
Right. So...
I guess he never got killed.
The cop was a special case, I guess. Because it was a cop. That's all I'm saying.
That's why you really need to be finding out if he really did it, because now you've killed somebody. The family thinks that they... You know what I mean? Yeah, the family thinks that, all right, he's out of the world, and that may not be the person who did. So the person who actually killed your son
is still out there.
Is still walking around, and this man just died.
But, like, I don't know the whole story. I don't know what happened, like... Why do they think he did it if he didn't? Like, what was the case? It must have been something sketchy in the case for them to, for
But see, the problem with that is that it's always sketchy. It's always sketchy when you're dealing with the system, man. It's sad that the man is dead.
But I would like to think that if he wanted to take a test to try to prove his innocence, maybe they should have given him that chance to at least do that. It's not saying that y'all were not going to kill him still, but at least give him the chance to do that and to see what happens. And then after that, do what you want to do. But at least give him that chance, and maybe y'all will have, if it came up that he was telling the truth, maybe you can look for the person that really did it. But they didn't want to, when people have their mind made up, they don't want to go through any more, they don't want to go through any more. They just want to, you feel like I got the person. This kind of stuff happened so often in the 60s and probably before that.
Yeah.
When you would catch somebody and you would just say they did it, and you kill them and that's it. and the person that really did it gets off. And then as laws change and progress as years continue to go on, you go and find the person who really did it because somebody pursued the case over years and years and years and saw that a lot of the evidence did not match. You just wanted to prosecute that person, and that person ended up going to jail for years or dying in prison or being executed. And the real murderer gets picked up years later when they're like 80 and 90 years old, and then they get to go to jail finally.
Yeah, and they lived a whole life.
Right, you live your whole life, and then because in some cases people decide, I'm going to pursue this and I'm going to do my own investigation and find out the real evidence. And then, but that person was killed for nothing.
This man
and the person who
and
did
then
it,
he lived a long time.
Yeah, it's innocent. And then you go your whole life, and then you go to jail, but you still living. And the person who was innocent, get that kind of stuff. That makes me weary because I think it's, and even in these times, you would think that things should have changed by now and things should be different. Which a lot of things are different and a lot has changed, but a lot is still the same.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you can have people on death row who.
But you know what the biggest thing is? They probably killed him because if he did get off, then that's a whole lawsuit for the state because they took a good portion of his life from him. You know what? This is bigger than us.
Yeah, it could be so. You just go ahead on and get him killed. Yeah. That's it. It's done. What's done is done. And you move on. But I just don't see why it wouldn't. Just at least give him it wouldn't have. I don't think it would have hurt much. Give him the test and move on. But if the test come back and say that he's telling the truth, then that means that investigation, y'all shouldn't go. You shouldn't kill him.
Right.
People will be like, hey, maybe you need to keep this case open and investigate a little bit more to really find out if he is innocent or not, and look for the person who did it. If indeed he didn't do it. But I don't know really the everything behind this case, so I can't really say too much because I don't know why. Because it's a big deal in Georgia, right?
Right.
Like there must be some evidence to show maybe he didn't do it.
But that's all we have on that, and we'll see you guys later.
Peace.